Hello, my dear friend. I hope you are doing great. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. Press the bell icon. Hit the like button also. Friends, as you know, we have already covered up to Article 61. Means we have discussed about the impeachment process of the president. Now I am going to discuss what are the powers available with the president. Generally, we have studied in the our lower class like 6th to 10th. We have discussed lot of things about this powers of the president, but here I will cover each and everything with the example so that you can remember for the for longer duration. Yes, generally we are talking about the judicial power of the president, diplomatic powers of the president, military powers of the president, emergency power of the president, and like regarding ordinance about the powers of the president. But if I would talk about the legislative power, we would discuss in the further lecture, because we have not covered till now about the parliament organs, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the president. And if first of all you have to know about the ordinance power of the president, then only I would make you understand what are the legislative power available with the president. Here I am going to discuss about the military power, diplomatic power and the veto power. Generally we are finding so many questions from the veto power itself in the preliminary examination or mains examination. Now I am going to tell you about the executive power. What are the executive power available with the president? Already we have told you, or like we have discussed, like a solely responsibility or solely discretion of the president regarding appointment of the prime minister, where like if no party is able to convene the majority in the floor of the Lok Sabha, then president has to implement or has to use his discretion regarding appointment of the prime minister. But if I would talk about the appointment of the Election Commission of India, Chief Election Commission, or AGI, Attorney General of India, or talk about the like governor, these are the like a mere stamp work of the president, because all the act done by the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, that is the Article 74, and here like a president would work as a mere rubber stamp. If I would talk about the military power, for the like consideration, he would be a supreme commander of the all the forces, and it is the like he has to act and aid and advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister regarding the peace maintenance in the country or declaring war against any country. These are the only mere rubber stamp work of the president. If I would talk about the diplomatic powers of the president, diplomatic powers is like saying whenever like an officer is posted in embassy, first of all he has to meet with the president, and it is compulsory to present all his credential in front of the president, and president would talk and know about that person. This is the diplomatic power available with the president. And like if I would talk about the visiting any country for the enhancement of the relation between the country, that is the aid and advice of the prime minister. If prime minister is saying that we want to like enhance cordial relation with the another country, then we have to visit. Then on the recommendation of the prime minister, the president generally visit each and every country. Veto power are the most important for the exam perspective. Veto powers are the three types. Like first, there are the three types of veto available with the president. First one is the absolute veto, the second one is the suspensive veto, and the third one is the pocket veto. Absolute veto means if president not in the agreement of the bill, then the bill would not become an act. How can it possible? Because it would be in contrary with the Article 74. Article 74 talking about the like there would be a Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, and it would be the binding on the president to aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. This is mentioned in the Article 74. How can it possible under Article 111 he can utilize his absolute veto? It happens. I am going to give two examples for this situation. If law is the or bill is the against the constitution, because generally when we are talking about the money bill first of all has to or seek to permission of the president, then only the money bill can be represented in the floor of the parliament. But in the 1991 there was a case that there was a bill to enhance the payment of the all MP, and that came into the existence in the Lok Sabha, and that bill get passed and then moved to the Rajya Sabha. But after when it reached up to the president used his discretionary power and told that it's a violation of the constitution because it's related to the money matters, and first of all you have to seek permission prior putting or prior introducing any bills in the parliament. That's why here the president can use his discretionary or absolute veto. If I would talk about the second example, generally when it happens, if in the Lok Sabha the members of the government or the majority party is less due to some political works, they are busy in the campaigning. That's why sometimes it happens the bill get passed. Suppose if there is a bill of the anti-communal violence bill, then anti-communist violence bills get passed in the Lok Sabha due to unavailability of the members over there, or it is represented by the private member, let's suppose. Then it will transfer it to the Rajya Sabha, and in Rajya Sabha you would find government in the minority and the bill get passed easily. But when it reach up to the president, there the Council of Ministers and Prime Minister can suggest or can tender their advice and please abrogate or stop or use your absolute veto, and you can strike down the bill. This process can be happen in the absolute veto. Now move further to the suspensive veto. This is the very common case when generally president use its suspensive veto. If I would talk about the example of this earlier, that let's take case of the Jaya Bachchan. Jaya Bachchan was a MP from the Rajya Sabha, and she was belonging to the Bahujan Samaj Party. But what happened? She was having a UP cinema board member. The chairperson was she, and that's why she was having office of profit position. Then she ousted by the speaker or the Election Commission of India. On the recommendation of the Election Commission of India, president annulled or nulled his her as a candidature or as a MP. That same case happened with the Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi was a chairperson of the National Council of Advisor, and that point of time she has to resign, and again she got elected from the Lok Sabha and she won election. But once there was a National Advisor Council chairperson post was that, and government came up with this such type of proposal, let's eradicate or remove the National Council Advisor post from the office of profit, and that act was in the 2012 when the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was president. And that point of time he was totally disagreement with the such type of bill. First of all, he returned the bill to the parliament, but in the second time he has to give assent. This is the suspensive veto, means for the 16 days you can delay the bill, and again if a bill is coming or getting passed by the same number of people, and then you have to give assent. That is called the president's suspensive veto. And even that point of time talks was that APJ Abdul Kalam was not happy with such type of bill. Even he mentions all these things in his biography also. Now let's jump to the pocket veto. Pocket veto is nowhere mentioned in the constitution, but it is came into the existence by the virtue of experience and norms. Because in the 1986 when our prime minister was the Rajiv Gandhi, and that point of time our president was the Gyani Jail Singh. That point of time was a bill get passed in the parliament regarding Telegraph Act, and that was a totally abrogation or violation of the freedom of speech and expression under Article 19. That's why that Gyani Jail Singh was not in the consent with the such type of bill, and he struck down or he kept bill in his pocket or kept lying on his table, because there is nothing mentioned in the constitution regarding that for how much time the president has to act, or in within the time limit he has to act on that bill. This is the pocket veto power. And that again, like at that point of time, another president came into existence, and Venkataraman sent back to the bill to the VP Singh government. Up to that time, that government has changed, and VP Singh government like struck down this type of bill, and that not came into the existence. This is the pocket veto. And I want to discuss one special like a veto power available in the USA, but that power is not available with the Indian president, and that is the called qualified veto. Qualified veto means whenever like a president is not in the consent of the bill, then he would return the bill. But if again they are passing the bill with the same majority, then president can deny to get passed the bill. But if they are coming with the larger majority and they are getting passed their bill, then USA president has to give his consent to the bill, then only the bill would become act. This is the qualified veto, and it is not available with the Indian president, it is available with the USA president. We have to discuss this thing because in the future you may encounter such type of question in the preliminary examination regarding USA constitution also. That is all about the powers of the president. Tomorrow I will discuss further lectures, and thanks for watching. Please share my video among your friends. Bye.